Let's proceed to permutation. A permutation is a selection of a group of objects in which order is important. Take note of the phrase order is important. There's one way to arrange one item A. A second item B can be placed first or second. If we arrange letters A and B, dalawang arrangement yung magagawa natin. BA and AB. A third item C can be first, second, or third for each order at the right. Okay, dito, if we arrange letters A, B, and C, okay, 6 na arrangement yung magagawa natin. CBA, BAC, BCA, CAB, ACB, and ABC. You can see that the number of permutation of 3 items is 3 times 2 times 1. You can extend this to permutations of n items, which is n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times n minus 3. This expression is called n factorial. N is written as n then exclamation point. Again, bagbasa dito is n factorial. N factorial. The factorial of a number is the product of natural numbers less than or equal to the number. 0 factorial is defined as 1. Again, 0 factorial is defined as 1. Kaya meron tayong example dito. 6 factorial is equal to 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, 4 factorial is equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 3 factorial is equal to 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, dito sa 6 factorial, it is equal to 720. Okay, let us, use calculator to find factorial. Okay, 6. Then, hanapin natin yung x na merong exclamation point. Okay, nandito siya, shift, and click. Okay, 6 factorial equals 720. Okay, you can evaluate factorial manually or using calculator. Sometimes, you may not want to order an entire set of items. Suppose you want to select and order 3 people from a group of 7. One way to find possible permutation is to use fundamental counting principle. Okay, we will arrange 3 people from a group of 7. Dito sa first person, 7 choices. Dito sa second person, 6 choices na lang kasi na-pick na yung first person. Dito sa third person, 5 choices na lang kasi na-pick na yung first person at second person. So it will be 7 times 6 times 5. 7 times 6 times 5 is equal to 210 permutation. So there are 210 ways to arrange 3 people from a group of 7. Another way to find the possible permutation is to use factorials. You can divide the total number of arrangement by the number of arrangement that are not used. Okay, sa previous problem natin, okay, we will arrange 3 people from a group of 7. And the remaining 4, hindi natin i-arrange. Okay, one way to find the total number of arrangement of 3 people out of 7 people is that i-divide natin yung 7 factorial by the number of people na hindi kasali sa arrangement. Ang hindi kasali sa arrangement are 4 people. So, we will divide 7 factorial by 4 factorial. 7 factorial divided by factorial, it will be 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 all over 4 factorial, which is equal to 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Cancel 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, magiging 7 times 6 times 5 na lang. 7 times 6 times 5 is equal to 210. We can also use calculator to find the quotient of 2 factorials. 7 factorial. Okay, madali lang kapag meron kayong scientific calculator. Okay, it is equal to 210. This can be generalized as formula, which is useful for large number of items. Okay, permutation. The number of permutation of 7 items taken or at a time is 7 taken or equals 7 factorial all over 7 minus 3 factorial. It is equal to 7 factorial or all over 4 factorial. Okay? Meron tayong formula para dito. It is n taken r at a time equals n factorial all over n minus r factorial. Okay, yung n is the total number of items. Then yung r is yung i-arrange natin. Okay, in fact, we can use calculator, okay, to find okay, permutation. Okay, kanina the answer is 210. It is 7 taken 3 at a time. So dito, let's try to use calculator to find permutation. I-click 7. Then hahanapin natin yung NPR dito sa calculator. Yung NPR is nasa taas ng multiplication sign. So we will click Shift. Then click the multiplication sign kasi nasa taas yung NPR. So 7P. Then click 3. Okay, 7PR is 7 taken or at a time. So it is equal to 210. Okay, let's proceed to finding permutation. How many ways can a student government select a president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer from a group of 6 people? So dito, maghahanap ng president, vice president, secretary, at treasurer from a group of 6 people. So it will be, okay, mag-a-arrange tayo ng 4 items from 6. Okay, bakit na-consider siya as arrangement? Kasi, okay, ang isang student, isang position lang yung i-hold niya. Okay, isang student lang yung pwedeng maging president. Kapag president siya, president lang talaga siya. Hindi siya pwedeng maging vice president. Ang vice president lang talaga siya. Hindi siya pwedeng maging president, secretary, at treasurer. Sa isang student, isang position lang yung kaya niyang i-hold. So that's why, permutation yung gagamitin natin dito. Okay, substitute 6 for n and 4 for r in n factorial all over n minus r factorial. Ito yung formula para sa permutation. Okay, 6 taken 4 at a time is equal to 6 factorial all over 6 minus 4 factorial equals 6 factorial all over 2 factorial. Okay, divide the common factors. It will be 6 times 5 times 4 times 2 times 1 all over 2 times 1. Cancel. 2 times 1, 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 na lang yung matitira. Then it is equal to 360. Okay, therefore, there are 360 ways to select the 4 people. Okay, let's try to use calculator. Okay, 6. Then, hanapin natin yung NPR. Nasa taas siya ng multiplication sign. So, click Shift. Then, P. Then, 4. Okay, 6 taken are at a time. It will be 360. How many ways can a stylist arrange 5 of 8 bases from left to right in a store display? Okay, dito mag-a-arrange yung stylist ng 5 bases out of 8 bases. So, it will be 8 taken 5 at a time. So, it is equal to 8 factorial all over 8 minus 5 factorial. Okay, it is equal to 8 factorial all over 3 factorial. 8 factorial is equal to 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Then, yung 3 factorial is equal to 3 times 2 times 1. Cancel out 3 times 2 times 1. It will be 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. Then it is equal to 6,720. There are 6,720 ways that the bases can be arranged. We can use calculator to find 8 taken 5 at a time. Okay? 8p5 equals 6,720. Awards are given out at a costume party. How many ways can most creative, silliest, and best costume be awarded to 8 contestants if no one gets more than award? Okay, ang problem na ito, nabibilong siya sa permutation kasi one person can only have one award. So, it is like arranging 3 people out of 8 people. So, it will be 8 taken or at a time. Okay, it will be 8 factorial all over 8 minus 3 factorial equals 8 factorial all over 5 factorial. Okay, cancel out 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 8 times 7 times 6 na lang yung matitira. 8 times 7 times 6 is equal to 336. There are 336 ways to arrange the awards. We can use calculator to find 8 taken 3 at a time. 8p3 is equal to 336. How many ways can a 2-digit numbers be formed by using only the digits 5 to 9 and by each digit being used only once? Okay, dito ma-consider siya as permutation problem kasi nakalagay dito each digit being used only once. Again, kapag meron nakalagay each digit being used only once, ang ibig sabihin niyan is permutation kasi kapag na-pick na yung first number, okay, hindi na siya ma-pick sa sa next digit. Okay, how many ways can a 2-digit number be formed? So, ang gagamitin lang natin is 5 to 9. So, from 5 to 9, how many numbers are that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, 5 numbers lang yung gagamitin natin. So, it will be 5 taken 2 at a time. Okay, 5 factorial all over 5 minus 2 factorial. Okay, it is equal to 5 factorial all over 3 factorial. So, it will be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, cancel 3 times 2 times 1. 5 times 4 na lang yung matitira. 5 times 4 is equal to 20. There are 20 ways for the numbers to be formed. You can use calculator to find 5 taken 2 at a time. It is equal to 20.